Welcome to the online public involvement meeting for Project Design ID 5880-01-00 along US Highway 12 from North County line to Wisconsin 13 in the town of Delton and the city of Wisconsin Dells in Sauk County. This is a list of people who are working on this project. Their contact information will be on the last slide of this presentation, which will include their emails and phone numbers, as well as the address of the Wisconsin Department of Transportation Southwest Region Office in Madison. Feel free to contact them with any comments, questions, or concerns regarding this project. The project team consists of Greg Brecka, who is the WIS project manager for the Southwest region, and Joe Malinowski, who is the consultant design project manager for CBS Squared. The presentation will follow the outline shown here. First, discussing the project limits. Second, the purpose and need of the project. Third, the proposed design improvements. Fourth, the impacts to adjacent properties and traffic. Fifth, the activities that have been completed thus far. Sixth, the next activities in the schedule. And finally, ending with contact information. The proposed project begins at the Sauk and Juneau County line and heads southeast for 1.3 miles to the intersection of US 12 with Wisconsin 13. The proposed improvements would gap the new roundabout that was constructed at the intersection with County A. US 12 is an important part of the local and Wisconsin's transportation system. US 12 serves as a minor arterial that serves local commuters and businesses. The department's objective is to ensure safe and efficient operations of the highway system while also supporting local access. One need for the project is safety concerns. There is a history of roadway departure crashes along US 12 from County A to the North County line. The existing shoulders are unpaved in this section and do not have rumble strips. Another need for the project is the pavement deterioration along US 12. The current pavement is experiencing longitudinal and transverse cracking, rutting, and minor amounts of alligator cracking and patching. This pavement deterioration on US 12 causes increased maintenance costs, poor ride quality, and presents safety concerns. In addition, a need for this project is the curb ramp located in the southeast quadrant of the intersection of US 12 with Pioneer Drive that is not compliant with Americans with Disabilities Act standards. The next collection of slides will explain the proposed improvements and show the typical sections of US 12. To address the safety concerns and pavement deterioration, the proposed construction on US 12 would consist of a full pavement replacement for the length of the project, including paving 5 feet of the 8-foot total shoulder width north of County A. Centerline and shoulder rumble strips would be added on westbound and eastbound lanes north of County A. The proposed improvements would closely match the existing layout of US 12 within the existing right-of-way. The Americans with Disabilities Act deficient curb ramp located at the intersection of US 12 and Pioneer Drive is proposed to be removed and replaced to meet standards to the maximum extent possible. This is the only curb ramp within the project limits. There is a potential for a small amount of temporary limited easement to provide working room for the contractors for the replacement of the curb ramp. The work required for the proposed improvements is anticipated to be performed within the existing highway right-of-way. There may be a need for temporary limited easements, or TLEs, during construction to provide working room for contractors. The anticipated construction for US 12 is currently scheduled to begin in 2026 and will be using a detour route during construction. The reason for the detour route is that the existing road is too narrow for flagging operations with the anticipated depth of excavation. This means that during construction, US 12 will be closed to through traffic but will remain open for local and business access. The proposed detour route will use Wisconsin 13 and Interstate 90 for both eastbound and westbound traffic. The preliminary construction schedule would be to build the southern segment from Wisconsin 13 to County A in the spring, opening the roadway prior to the Memorial Day weekend, and construct the north segment from County A to the Juneau County line between Memorial Day and Labor Day. In 2020, the survey for the project was completed. In 2021, the notice to Native American tribes was sent in January. Other project activities have included field investigations, coordination with the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources, and the environmental report was started for the project. A meeting with local officials was held on April 14, 2021, to inform them of the project. The current project schedule is outlined here. As mentioned, the work on the environmental report has begun, and the report is anticipated to be signed this summer or fall. The design study report is expected to be approved in June of 2022. After that, the project plans would be sent out to utilities. The plans for the project are currently scheduled to be finalized by May 2023, and construction is anticipated to begin in the spring of 2026, with possible advancement of 1 or 2 years. Thank you for your participation in this very important project. We look forward to receiving any questions or input you may have. We request that you provide comments by July 2nd, 2021. You can do that in a number of ways, either via a written comment form, which is part of the project handout available on the project website, or you may also simply email comments to the address as provided, or mail to the Wisconsin Department of Transportation Southwest Region Office in Madison. Thank you for your participation, and we look forward to hearing from you.